Hello, welcome to Daily Wellbeing with Gemma, and today we've changed location. You join me from the sofa. How exciting! So the reason I wanted to be sat here is because I wanted to talk about noticing things, and every morning this is where I sit and eat my cereal, which I realise is a little bit reckless when I have a dining table to sit at, but I enjoy sitting here because I look out the window while I'm eating, and then I spend a little bit longer looking after I've finished, just noticing what's going on outside. So I'd like you to have a think about somewhere, maybe in your home or maybe out in the garden if you're lucky enough to have one, where you can pick a spot just to have a few moments of quiet and see what's really happening in the world around you. So I'm going to show you some things I've been noticing over the last couple of weeks. And it's really interesting having the same kind of place to give you that grounding, because even in 3 weeks I've been seeing things change outside the window, and it just reminds you that the world keeps going on, and that nature does its thing no matter what we do. So this is the view from my window. I've got a main road, and there have still been quite a few vehicles, I guess key workers making their journeys. It's been interesting noticing that a lot of the vehicles have been bigger ones, so I wonder if that's people doing deliveries. It's also on a tram route, and it's been a little bit quieter because the trams are running less often. I quite like watching this patch of grass, which may sound silly, but I'll explain. So quite often there's a few cats that like to use it for hunting birds, so it's nice watching them kind of wiggle and pounce. But I also really like watching the flowers grow. So over time, the first things that come up are the daisies and the dandelions. But if it's left for a while, there are also poppies and other flowers that I don't know the names of. So I like to kind of watch and notice when they're growing and secretly hope that they get to grow a bit more before the grass is cut again. A little bit of a competition there. I really enjoy watching these trees and noticing them. As I say, I sit here every morning, and only 2 weeks ago these trees were kind of bare. They'd just got the brown crispy seeds left over from autumn, and then about 2 weeks ago they started having buds on them, and now all of a sudden just leaves everywhere, as if to say hello spring. So I really enjoy kind of seeing those develop. This footpath leads down to a school, and there's the school there. So normally this path is really busy, but it's been interesting seeing it quiet down. Most people seem to be dog walkers or people going to the local park to exercise. And I noticed the difference in sound actually. The school at this time of day would actually be full of people squealing and running around and having fun. So it's unusual it being quiet, but it's also good to remember that that's because they're at home safe. So lots of little things to notice. There's also neighbours' gardens, but I try not to stare into those too much. Maybe that would be impolite. So I recommend that you have a go at this because it's a really nice way of slowing down, and when we take time to notice the world we become a little bit more appreciative. It can be quite relaxing. Try and pick a regular spot so that you can, I do it every day, but you could do it a couple of times a week, and you can see what changes. How do the people change? The movement of vehicles, transport. Is nature doing anything different? Do you notice any sounds or smells that are new? I've noticed that the air's been a little bit fresher, and I also noticed over the long weekend there was a lot of barbecue smells where people were excited to get out in their gardens. So it's just something relaxing to do. If you are at home with children, you might even want to make a little bit of a science study out of it. You might not have lots to talk about, but certainly tracking once a week what's different, have you noticed anything, especially with the nature and trees, could be quite a good home learning exercise in terms of scientific observation. But other than that, it's just really nice to notice the world and connect with nature around you. So I hope you enjoy that. Look forward to seeing you next time.